Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Radiant Black podcast. This is a show where hosts and friends talk about Radiant Black and the Massiveverse, a superhero universe created by Kyle Higgins and Marcelo Costa. I'm your host, Bash, and today I'm joined by my friends and my fellow co-hosts, Charlie and Ali. How's everyone?
Doing great, man. Doing great. It's been a while waiting for this. Excited to talk about the Massiveverse. It's been a while since we've really gotten together and talked about anything, so it's good to be back. How about you, Charlie?
Yeah. Doing good. One more week until Radiant Black's back. We get to talk about that. So yeah, super excited for that. We got the new Spider-Man game coming out this weekend for people excited for that. So yeah, a lot to be looking forward to, and some more to be looking forward to. That was announced this weekend. So yeah, can't wait to dive into that. Mr. Bash, how are you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, looking forward to Radiant Black. Like you said, I feel like it's been so long since we got an issue, like almost like 3 months plus, of course. So we're all just like super excited to have something to talk about again, get deeper into the Catalyst War. And I saw earlier this week we got a preview pages of the issues 26 and 26.5. So it's just all hype up in here. We can't wait. We've been overdue for an issue for a long time.
Yeah.
How about you, Ali? How's everything going?
It's going well, man. It's going well. I need some more Radiant Black in my life. I need it.
Yeah. And before we show you guys all the news to the NYCC, we just got to talk about a bit of the stuff that's been happening in the Massiveverse. Obviously, there's been a lot of lag behind. It's concerning for a number of reasons, but nothing too negative. But it's just like, I know a lot of the people are hardcore fans in the Discord and they're super supportive, but we also have to be like more realistic. It's like we've seen a lot of issues be resolicited. We've seen like no one 7 and 8 for whatever reason are on FOC for the same week, and I'm pretty sure that's going to get delayed because that just seems like some sort of error. And then the other thing is with Moonman launching, like there's just so much coming together, so many books. So we're glad that, spoiler alert, Moonman's not part of the Massiveverse, because I feel like, comparing to Invincible, which is like the model, right? The model that everybody goes by for these indie superheroes building out a universe. It's like Invincible never overwhelmed you with more than like 2 titles at once at the same time. Like I think it was just Invincible Universe and Invincible, and then they had the odd one shot here and there. So they never made you buy like 100 books just to be able. And I know the argument that's like you don't need to read every book to know what's happening, but it's also like there's just so many books. Like it kind of hurts. Sometimes I feel like all of these books running at the same time kind of hurts the success rate of some of these books. Like it'd make more sense if some of them ran when one was on hiatus or vice versa. The delays, I feel like, I think Owen, I want to speak of the devil, Owen, who's in the stream. So nice to see you there, my friend. Yeah, shout out to Owen.
Another person excited for Spider-Man. Love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And don't worry about IGN's reviews. Just buy the game. I'm sure it's gonna be better. But it's just
8.0 is not that bad. No, keep going.
Oh no. The IGN 8's like a 9 for most people.
That's right.
So he's saying he said that in the entire summer event window, we basically got 1 issue of the event. And I thought about that a lot, and I'm like, that's true. Like the events lost a lot of momentum. Of course, the hardcore fans like us and the Radiant Black community, the Radiant Black Discord, everybody who really loves Radiant Black and the Massiveverse, they're not going to miss out on this kind of thing. But in terms of like the admission fee, it did go up because now you have to buy 2 books to keep up with everything, and that's just Radiant Black alone. There was a bit of dishonesty in terms of, or like feigning, we'll call it feigning to be nice, in terms of like we were supposed to get the results of the vote in issue 25, but now that's pushed 6 months later minimum, that's already 6 months. That was months ago because it's been 3 months for 1 issue. So now we have to wait even longer to get the result of those votes. So it's just like, in terms of momentum, in terms of being someone who cares about the health of the book and wants it to go on as long as possible, like this really derails the momentum of the event, like of the series. It makes it so like it's no longer a summer event, but it's going to be like a winter event when you think about it, because we're going into winter.
It is. No, it absolutely is. It's going on from now till what, February?
Yeah, and part of it. Yeah, and part of it was like they switched retailers, right? They had to make the move to Lunar.
So and that's like, not just them; that's all of Image. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think. I think for me, it didn't bother me as much that we didn't get the vote. Like, I still want to know, and I feel like at this point, would have liked to know the results. But the part that I guess annoys me the most is that we just have to wait for so long. Like, there was so much hype building up to this event for months beforehand, right? So just think about the 3 months delay, and then all the months before that we were still kind of hyping up and waiting for this. I'm just glad we're finally getting one next week.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I'm also, do you guys still think, because they did confirm Supermassive is coming out in February, or I forget when, but I believe they said the month. So I hopefully that still stays. But yeah, I'm just glad to have the books back, and yeah, we'll see where we go from here for sure.
Definitely, kind of Owen really has a point too. It was kind of like a shitstorm, for lack of a better word. It wasn't just one thing that caused the delays. It was a bunch of things changing, going wrong at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
and
true.
then yeah, long term, it just makes me feel concerned because hearing Kyle talk about it on other shows, talking about like the Massiveverse Radiant Black and its future, it makes me think that there's not too much beyond Catalyst War. Like, there's not many stories. It doesn't seem like this is going to be Invincible, where like we've set the seeds for a lot of side story. And I was talking to Ali about that like the other day, just like on chat, we were talking about how like we both genuinely think like Rogue Sun is a better book right now, because not only has it done more in less issues, and I'm not just on the villains joke thing we say, which is impressive in its own right, but like genuinely, the story feels like it's accomplished more, but it also feels like Ryan has actually set up so many, like he's planted so many seeds for side stories that we could easily revisit in the future. So Rogue Sun feels like there's just so much meat on the bone there. Whereas with Radiant Black, it really just feels like we've been building up to Catalyst War, whereas I feel like we haven't really done much in the last like 4 or 5 issues. Like Existence, we went back, but it was like we've been there. So it was amazing, but it was just like I feel like I'm worried about whether we're going to explore future avenues for storytelling.
Are you saying like where do we go from here? Like after Catalyst War?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where does the story go?
Yeah, like does the story have much more legs after Catalyst War? Is it all just building up to this and then the fallout of Catalyst War and then the story's over? Because it feels like the way Kyle talks about it is that's how it's going to go. It's like there's not much beyond it.
I mean, I definitely hope not. I definitely hope not. If it is, it better end with a fucking bang.
Speaking of Ryan, I'm very hyped for his new series, The Infernals. Yeah, we were just talking about that behind the scenes, and we're very excited. Yeah, it looks like it has a Hellblazer feel, and it looks great. But speaking of, let's get to the news. Let's get the slide out here. So here we are, New York Comic Con, Massiveverse updates. So as you can see, it's going to be a light show because there really wasn't many updates this New York Comic Con. We really just got the announcement of Moon Man, but we'll get to that. So there's a slide with one of the covers. And yeah, we wanted to show that, in fact, like compared to other shows, there were actually a lot of opportunities for signing. So if you're one of the people who went, you had a lot of opportunity, you had a lot of chances to get your book signed, talk to the people. So let us know if you ended up going and how that was like. And if you can't make the live show, leave a comment on the video, or just, hit us up on the Reading Black Podcast, either socials or readingblackpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know and we'll talk about it on our next episode. We always love hearing about everyone's experiences and how they met the creators. I think we saw on the Discord today, Superior Bryce said he met the creators and got them to sign all 5 of them to sign his poster. So that was amazing. But yeah, exciting stuff. And it's really cool to see Erica actually made it this year because, as Charlie was saying, she did a lot of really nice commissions.
Yeah. She was doing some great stuff. I think I saw a bunch of I didn't actually see any Cassias. I saw almost everything but no, it was nice to see. It's kind of nice to see like her kind of like her I don't know, her fan base outside of the Massiveverse and her just hitting those other fan bases. So that's really cool. But yeah, it really looked like they had a great time. Like they had that big like family picture there. I saw everyone there. Like they it really does look like a blast every time they go out together. It seems like a great time.
Agreed. And we know that during a lot of like Erica's been doing live streams every now and then, just doing like live inking commissions work, and some of the work she's been doing is on the twins, which are like the new characters in the IGR book too. So I can't wait for that. I've seen so many images of them. I'm just so excited. But yeah, so this is the enamel pin set that they've been selling, and spoiler alert, there's I think 4 Radiants are available on the website, the Black Market Narrative website, for sale. So if you want them, go buy them quick. But yeah, like they're just incredible. I think they're made by by Kelly McMahon. Is it Kelly McMahon? Is that? Yep. Yes,
Kelly
I think so.
McMahon. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
know she's the one who did the card game, right? I believe
yes.
so. Yes. So okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, they're gorgeous. They look great quality too. Like they don't look like just little cheap pins. Like yeah, these things look like they got some weight. And yeah, that IGR one, I think was added to the Kickstarter, one of the backing options. So yeah, that was one of the ones me and Bash did, I know for sure. So yeah, I can't wait to get that one, and just waiting to see how we can get the other ones. So yeah, these things look awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, which one's your favorite so far? I have a few more images. Here's the
probably the Rogue Sun. I think the Rogue Sun. I'm a sucker for the orange, like just the colors on that.
I like Inferno Girl. I think that looks the best.
You want to use it as a throwing star. That's why.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that one too. Yeah, they're all great, really.
Yeah. It's hard to pick for me. I would personally say Inferno or Rogue Sun as well. Rogue Sun one is it's perfect. Has all the colors and everything. Dead Lucky one's great too. But yeah, guys, those pins, they're amazing. Pick them up if you can. And if you didn't make it to the convention, get them from the website if you really want them. I know a lot of people already put in their orders. They're really happy posting in their Discord. It's nice to see everyone like super excited. And then here's the other news. So the Massiveverse meetup at NYCC, that already happened, of course. So we're just posting to inform everyone. We obviously didn't go there, but we saw some people like Ken from ODPH. Shout out to ODPH Pod. He was there at the show, and they had a great time. Apparently, everything was awesome. They were posting about it on Twitter. So I don't know how many people went. I think Chris from Comic Tropes was there, and he was posting about it. Yeah, so that was really cool. You got some nerd celebrities up in there, but yeah, hopefully we'll make it next time that one of these meetups happen. I was really bummed that we couldn't go. Even Ali, who's in New York, couldn't go, but next time. But speaking of, what do you guys think of those prints, especially that Rogue Sun print right there?
They're so sick. That's one of those things I wish end up on the website eventually, right? Because I figured that one up.
Hey, how long did we ask for those posters, and those came on eventually?
They did come eventually. It took a while, but they're there now.
So yeah, you never know. Gotta love it. But yeah, no, those are sweet. The Rogue Sun one, the green kind of just gives me that what's it called, Cataclysm vibe. So yeah, just love that there.
If it isn't one of our patrons, Jordan, how you doing, gentlemen? How the boys doing? Yeah. Streaming live. Anyone getting the pins? I'm gonna get the pins in a few days if they're available. Like 100%. I'm just waiting to get paid. I'll put in like a big order with like maybe one of the shirts and a pin, because I want all the pins at this point. Fuck it. Once I got the Kickstarter one, I knew I was in for all of them. So
yeah,
they're gone.
Yeah, we did you get the Kickstarter one? Yeah, me and Joe, we were saying me and Bash Kickstarter, so we both got the Inferno Girl.
Wow, they're
pins
gone.
as well.
Okay,
really?
We'll get them. We'll get them.
That's
be
insane. That's crazy. Those posters
they'll make
are still
more.
Up there. I wonder how many they made. I guess those are also a little bit more difficult to make. I would assume than printing out the posters, but yeah, hopefully more of those come back for sure. Dang.
They'll make more, 100%. I guarantee that once they sell out with that much demand,
they sell it that quick, they gotta come back, right?
And that speaks to the quality of the item. So I'm very excited to check that out. But next up, this was the big announcement. So the Massiveverse didn't really have any big reveals at New York Comic Con, which is good for us because that means the Catalyst War is going to be huge, right? If all the reveals, everything, they're keeping it hush hush, that means Catalyst War is probably as big as they're promising, and we already knew that. But we did get one big, huge, astronomical, in a way, and that joke you'll get in a second, reveal, which is Kid Cudi is actually making a comic book with Kyle Higgins, Marcelo. Well, before we get it, here are the beautiful people who work part of the Massiveverse, and we've got Ryan, Matt, Melissa, Kyle, Michael. I'm not sure who this gentleman is, but I think it's Chris Evans, maybe. Or I don't know, maybe I don't know who that is. But yeah, here's all the lovely gentlemen who are part of the Massiveverse, just chilling at New York Comic Con. You can see a little Powerpuff Girls illustration there. The posters and everything. Oh, me and Michael are sporting the same goods, same goods repping the Massiveverse.
It's a great shirt. That's a great shirt. That's one.
Oh yeah. And we got to get Ryan some fucking Rogue Sun apparel. Like, how can you be walking around Comic-Con not wearing your merch? I guess it's tacky. Like, I guess other creators think it's tacky, but like, I don't know. If I were, that I would do. I'd be like, I'd wear my Rogue Sun with pride. It's funny how Melissa is the only one who doesn't have a beard in the photo. Right. It's true. We run into this problem on stream
a fake
before.
One, yeah, just clipped one on for the photo, you know. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So back to our little news update, which is here you go. Kid Cudi presents. First of all, really amazing artwork. It looks a lot better than the music video from a few years ago. The fact that it's Kid Cudi, Kyle Higgins, Marco Locati, Igor Monti, and Hassan Othman, like that's a super like amazingly, surprisingly good creative team for a book I just thought was like, a celebrity's vein like project or something, but it turns out no, he's passionate about comics and wants to tell a story. What did you guys think about this announcement? It's not Massiveverse. Just want to really shout it off the roof. It's not a Massiveverse book.
Right. Yeah. No, I saw it. I just thought it looked cool. I read a little bit about like Moonman's backstory, but the moment I saw Monty's name on this, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a banger."
It looks like a Monty book, right? Like the colors look like it's Monty. Yeah, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, the psychedelic vibes and stuff, it definitely just, I think, and what Kid Cudi, like kind of what he's into, like with his album covers and stuff, it's gonna really definitely mesh with what Igor likes to do. So yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting something like this. I love it. Yeah, I was just reading the interview. It seems like he's legitimately passionate for it. He said, like, I love his honesty, but he was like, it's like the third or fourth most exciting thing I've ever done or something. I was like, okay, that's pretty
high up there.
He's done a lot. He's done a lot. So that's kind of.
And he came to New York Comic Con, right?
Yeah.
So for all the folks there, they got a pleasant surprise. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Did you guys see the picture with him and Kyle just like at the stage? That's pretty awesome.
That was great.
Do we know if it's like a limited or an ongoing?
They haven't said anything regarding that. All it says Moonland #1 hit stores on January 31st, 2024.
Okay.
I guess all we can say for now is it doesn't say one out of something. So
right.
There is hope. So I'm not sure, but definitely just super excited to see Igor on more things and kind of just getting a shine. And really think he's gonna kill this book for sure. And I'm definitely curious about it. Like I kind of just went into a Kid Cudi deep dive, like kind of going into his old, like that old music video he did with Eminem a few years ago. And he seems like a very creative, obviously he's a creative individual, he's like an artist, but like on the business side, much like Kyle likes to expand certain mediums, like when he did an album, he released a Netflix special that animated called Intergalactic that actually went with the album as kind of like a visual for the album. So he very seems like a creative guy, and so I think he's kind of a interesting person to pick for this job.
You know what? Now you're making me think, like, what if there's gonna be like accompanying music with each book? Because remember how the first few Radiant Black issues, each one had a score. You can I'm pretty sure you can still find them on the black market.
Website. Kyle loves this multimedia, right?
Right. Like this is perfect for that.
And here, I like Owen's comment. He said, Moonman looks really interesting. And the fact that Kyle is saying that this book is going to be the 2024 equivalent of Miracle Man by Alan Moore really speaks to the story's quality. That's kind of insane. That's a high bar to set. But I mean, I'm into it. I dig it. I'm definitely going to be checking this out. And I think also the talent on this book speaks volumes to how serious they are. Well, you got the cover A by, I think, Locati and Monty, but you also have this cover B by, I'm assuming by Locati and Monty, by the way. This cover B by, let's see. Yeah, so that is by Locati. And the cover B is by Christian Ward. Obviously, Christian Ward, you can tell his style from a mile away. He's an amazing, prolific cover artist. They got him, like that already speaks volumes. And then you have another cover right here by Rod Rice. And that's the one we picked for the stream. Obviously, we're huge Rod Rice fans here. Shout out Cowl. Shout out, like, he's done like several, even like some of the X-Men books for the past few years at Marvel. He just does a lot of cool shit. His artwork is very unique and it sticks out, and I love that. That's probably the cover I'm gonna grab as well, like the Rice.
Yeah, Yeah, it's definitely the one, but I think that one beside it too. I'm gonna have to throw
Matt
that up
Taylor.
right
Yeah.
beside
Both of
too.
them, both of these
Matt,
are fine.
Matt Taylor, and
Yeah.
that's not colored by Igor, is it, or anything? That
I
did
don't
Matt
think
Taylor did the
so.
colors on that?
I
Because I'm
think
not
so
sure, but yeah,
because he
those
does
colors look
flash
good.
covers. Like he does the psychedelic flash covers, which are very similar, and he colors them weird too.
That's great. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
great. It really just gave me existence vibes, like just the
Yeah.
colors, just looking right at it there.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we have like much information on the book other than what Owen said, which is here it says co-written by Kyle Higgins with art by Marco Locadia and Igor Monti. Moonman tells the story of astronaut Ramon Townsend, who becomes a celebrity after saving his crew from a near disastrous moon mission. But certain moments during the mission weren't captured by cameras, and they will change Ramon into something the world has never seen before. And then Kid Cudi says, "Yeah, top three coolest things I've ever been a part of. It took a lot of love from everyone involved, and it'll be unlike anything you've read before." So it's nice to see a lot of optimism, and I really hope in the same way
That
that
last point, I'd like to hear if he's a comic. I've just heard that term used so
yeah.
much. It's unlike anything you've read before. I'm just like I was rolling my eyes a little bit hearing.
It's like when Marvel's like, this universe will never be the same again.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
this
just
new
like,
series is like something you've never seen before. It's like, okay,
yeah.
well, we'll see. But
It does
yeah,
look cool though. Like
it does look
visually,
cool,
it's
and
gorgeous. So I'll
yes,
give
no,
them that.
I'm definitely excited for this for sure. Right? I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm excited as well, honestly, and I just want to say that like this is I'm really happy for Kyle Higgins, like genuinely happy for Kyle Higgins. Like this is huge.
Big,
I hope I hope in the same way Keanu like got a lot of people who weren't comics fans buying Berserker. I hope that the same thing happens with like Kid Cudi and Kyle and everyone involved on this book, Igor, Marco. That a lot of people buy this book and maybe even later check out the Massiveverse, check out Radiant Black. Like I think that could be a good gateway to that. But in general, I'm just like really happy for Kyle Higgins. It's so cool. Like, you know what I mean?
And I think just this kind of art style, and I know for sure Igor's just kind of coloring really attracts that I find just general audience super well, like kind of non-comic book readers. Like I know like my brother and like people who don't read comics, whenever they see like an Igor piece or something, they're just like, what the heck? Like they're just mind blown. So yeah, I think it could do very well for sure. And Kid Cudi, yeah, is definitely a big figure. So yeah.
Oh yeah. In terms of moving forward, what do we have to look forward to? Well, here are a few things we have to look forward to. Next week, we have the release of Rogue Sun number 16. So more for us to talk about over at the Rogue Sun podcast. What is the Rogue Sun podcast? It's just a show very similar to the Radiant Black podcast, but instead we talk about Rogue Sun. We're on YouTube, we're on Anchor, and the podcast good stuff. So you can find us there. The week after that, October 25, we're finally going to get the release of Radiant Black 26 and 26.5. Why is there 26.5? Well, if you're caught up on the story, 26 is going to tell the story of one of them and 26.5 the other. I believe it's 26 is Marshall, and then for the 0.5s are Nathan as Radiant Black. So we'll explore both timelines as they diverge until we get the winner announced at the end of 30.5. That's what Kyle said, 30 and 30.5. Since they released the same week. So yeah, finally we're getting back in the rotation of the Massiveverse. And if you want to check out our other episodes recently, we actually finally caught up on Dead Lucky. We had a new episode on Dead Lucky recently. And yeah, No One is going to be on FOC next week. So don't forget to check out No One as well. We're going to have we're going to have like a look at the entire No One in retrospect after the series ends, reviewing it, talking about like everything as it evolved, because we feel like it's too dense to review issue by issue.
That's going to be a long episode too. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be a long one.
Oh yeah, that'll be a fun one for sure.
Yeah. So anything else you guys want to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it. Just excited to get back in the swing of it, to read more Massiveverse books, do more episodes of the podcast, and have fun doing it.
Yes, I love that. So one last thing is you can also check out the Kickstarter that Callie McMahon is doing right now. Is it Bad Blood? Yeah, Bad Blood Kickstarter. It's about a really unique card game that just looks really interesting. I backed it myself personally, and I've seen quite a few people who were fans of the Massiveverse backing it. You've got a Mag Room and Kelly came together to do like the story for the cards, I think. And then there's also, for certain tier of backers, there's a comic book which is edited by Kyle Higgins, written by Mac Room. I forgot who the artist is, but it was a really good artist as well. So I was like all aboard. I like backed all that. I can't wait for that. But it just shows you how diverse the Massiveverse is and how it has just so many cool things going on at the same time. And if not the Massiveverse, then the Black Market Narrative, the Creative Collective. There's just so much going on. If you want to keep up with us, please like and subscribe. Let your friends know about the Radiant Black podcast so you could find all your Massiveverse needs. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Stay radiant.